And we're back in studio.
And we're back in studio. You're back from Byron. You're very brown.
Am I?
Brown nails, brown ring, brown pajamas, brown tan, brown lippy,
Brown nose.
brown eyes.
Brown eyes. Kind of just stumbled across it.
Got the toe cleavage. Oh, yeah, I need to show you something. I didn't want to send it to you. I did take a screenshot of it and I'll put it on our Instagram stories.
What is it?
They are like the toe cleavage equivalent of loafers that are new for American fall, so like right now. So they're like a loafer, like, you know, my loafers, but your toes are exposed.
I hate them.
It's because loafers already, your feet look flat.
Yeah.
And then you've got these spindly toes pointing out and you're just like.
Look like the end of a cigarette packet open.
Oh,
just like
it does.
little nubs sitting at the top.
All right. Let's get into it because I'm desperate for a wine.
Oh, okay.
I haven't had a wine all week.
Oh, can't say the same.
All right.
Welcome back to Grab Her by the Mic,
the podcast for women who are slightly feral, wildly opinionated, and completely done trying to fit the script. This week on the podcast, the government wants us to slow down and conserve fuel. Pinterest wants us to slow down and be present mothers. And Harry and Meghan want us to slow down and take in how incredible she looks. We are doing none of those things. Let's get into it. It's time for Recap and Rosé.
It's Recap and Rosé, the part where they relive their week like it was national news.
Pour a glass of wine.
Ding, ding.
Your job.
My job?
One job.
Salome today from WA.
Mm-hmm. It could have been a Dan Murphy's buy or it could have been a wine club. Good pair days.
I love how every single wine says this wine could be enjoyed on its own or
with salad.
This one's a good one. This wine can be enjoyed on its own, but is so much better with like-minded friends.
I love it.
No salad.
Can you stop with the summer pastas and the summer salads? It doesn't make any sense to me. We could say that the podcast is best enjoyed with like-minded friends.
Just like these guys did.
Love.
Oh, a Tempranillo Rosé.
A what?
Tempranillo Rosé.
Tempranillo. The double L makes a Y. It's Spanish.
Isn't it Italian?
It's Spanish, Tempranillo.
Oh. Hola.
¿Cómo estás? ¿Está bien?
Bien.
Bien.
Bien. It's a really hard angle to pour out.
I know. I've never seen anything so awkward in my life. All right, so spill about our weeks. You go first because I've not seen you in a long time.
My week. So good week.
Oh, wait.
Oh, cheers.
Cheers, big ears. That's a saying. Cheers, big ears.
Cheers.
Cheers, big ears. What is that, racist? Like to people, you know the people
that
with their ears
cheers,
stick
big
out?
ears, and then you go, fuck, I should have said that. That person actually has big ears.
Oh, or the people where the ears stick out and they got to get them pinned back so that they can get jobs. Unless they want to work at the circus.
Double-sided tape and a bit of Velcro. Tuck them in.
When you're a kid, but then they can get surgery.
Yeah. My nan used to call them cab door ears. They just stuck out like a cab door, you know, like it swung out.
Careful for the bike riders coming past.
Flapping in the wind.
Okay, so how was your week?
I've had a really good week. I have had a week that's kind of, it's a little bit wavy. Good things, some challenging things. Just good, bad, and life kind of things have been going on.
Mm-hmm.
So the good is we had a beautiful time in Byron. We're back home now, and then we're back with Hamish. So the band is back together.
So I was wondering about this today. Did everyone's arrival home coincide, or were your parents like home and with Hamish for a little bit before you guys came back from Byron?
No, so Mum had him. She flew in on the Thursday night, late on the Thursday night. And we travelled from Byron on the Friday morning. So she only had him for one night.
And how did she fare?
What
was her feedback?
She is constantly wanting updates all day today.
She misses him.
She's really missing him.
She having those lizard breastfeeding dreams about him?
No, but she's like, where's my friend? Where's my mate? She was like at 5:30 every night he was in the bath, and 6 o'clock he was dinner, and at 7 o'clock he was in bed. And
routine's so good for adults as well.
Yeah.
Clearly.
It's good to have him back, and the kids, honestly, the reuniting of my two children was the most special thing I've ever seen. They hugged each other, rolled around on the floor, a bit like what you and I do when we've spent time apart. It was such a beautiful moment, and it was everything you ever wanted. Like, Maggie, hey me. It was just the best. But I've been on probably shouldn't be drinking, but I've been on really strong antibiotics because I've had a gland that's been up for
a gland
while.
or a tonsil? You're pointing at your tonsils.
No, gland. So I don't have any tonsils, but
Oh,
I've got a gland in my neck, and it's been up for a while. So I've gone on some antibiotics because I have some like a little infection there.
Sexy. That's what you want, is a pussy neck.
Antibiotics have rocked my gut health. I feel awful. Good week. We're back. I have done an almighty spring clean of the house today. Yeah.
You only got back today.
No, we got back yesterday.
Oh, and this is the first time seeing you?
Yeah, I got back.
What the fuck is going on?
No, we only got back at like 9 o'clock last night.
And
I
I was up until midnight.
Crawled in the front door. And I was like, I'd been in the car since 10 to 5 that morning. We left Byron at 10 to 5. We got like 20 minutes out of town. I was like,
oh, you didn't stay with your mum? You just like
no, we just
flew
through.
through.
I was like, I think I forgot my phone back at the house, Patty. And he was like,
the Byron house?
the Byron house. So we had to do it 20 minutes back. So that was now 40 minutes in the car. And then
James would have been fuming at me.
Patty is so kind. He's like, it's okay. These things happen.
He is lovely.
I'm like, I'm so sorry, guys.
It's slow on the margaritas though.
So slow on the margaritas. But we had the most
He should work at Milton Park.
Why are they oh. That was a dig. He was so distracted because I was giving him the eyes like, get out of the studio.
Oh,
and he's
were
like,
you?
I'm so conflicted on whether to make you a margarita
Why
or
were you giving him the eyes? You should have been giving your daughter the eyes. You could have told me that you were home. I would have come over because for some reason I was up until 12:06, not realizing how long I was taking to try to untangle this ball of yarn. I still haven't finished it. I worked on it today.
That thing
I
in the
like
bin.
literally $5 ball of yarn from Aldi that's all tangled, and now it's like my life's work.
Oh, it's like my necklace tangle.
Oh yeah, mine are all tangled under here. They're just one lump of necklace.
Yeah. But I've had a really good week, a beautiful holiday, and then back to usual programming as of Monday.
Perfect.
You?
Yeah, my week's been good. Very tiring. Again, second week of school holidays. I've loved it. I am kind of relieved that it's coming to an end because towards the end of this week, I wasn't really sure. I wanted to start being selfish. I was like, I don't want to do anything with you right now.
I'm done.
I'm done. I just want to sit here and crochet this. Like, what can I do? I'm like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it was really, really fun to have the kids and have that time with them. Very tiring. I got sick as well. I had like a sinus infection, but like went straight up and got that Sudafed, you know, the one that you have to give your license over to the pharmacist. So good. But the kids had a great time and everyone's back. Tuesday, Noah's back and Mabel's back on Monday. So I'm excited. But now I've actually got to work out what I'm going to do with my life. Yeah. I'm like, oh. Other things this week, my parents were in New Zealand as well.
Ah.
So they came back from New Zealand and they always bring my kids a gift. So my kids are becoming more and more entitled every time my parents travel, which is great. They got Mabel this really cute backpack that's a kiwi bird. Yeah. She's obsessed with it. And then in the backpack, Mum had like 2 hand creams, like one for me, one for Mabel, and then like an empty lip gloss for Mabel just to like pretend putting lip gloss on. And that was the favourite thing. But I'd said to you, Noel's been really obsessed with ancient Rome.
Yeah.
So they bought him back some coins from ancient Rome.
Where did they get them
They found there was like this antique coin shop and they're legit coins from thousands and thousands of years ago. Like you can make out the lettering and see the head and everything. Like they're all bunged up and everything. Isn't that cool? Like I'm more excited about it than Noah.
He'll really love that one day.
It's like you cannot take this out of the house.
What about if he trades it for Nerf guns or Pokemon
No. Then he's not to have them by himself until he's of an age where he can actually realize the value of things. But isn't that cool? Like I love a bit of history.
I love that your parents are really good at gift giving.
And then I marry the person who just
But what
we don't even know if he's good or not because he doesn't bother. He's probably
Mabel
really
gets
good.
the shabby lip gloss and Noah gets like
No, but that kiwi bag she's obsessed with because it's like a doll, but like it's like a stuffed animal, but a bag, and she can put things in it.
Yeah. Love that. Kiwis are such an ugly animal though. But
Aren't they the national bird of New Zealand? And you've just insulted a whole country.
Okay. Half my family's over there.
Yeah.
My dad's still over there at the moment.
So we have listeners over there. Oh, your dad's still over there?
Dad's still over there. He ran.
Was he worried about Milford Sound?
No, he did run a marathon this morning. Just decided want to wake up and do it.
Okay.
And he goes, probably placed about halfway through. Dad, that is amazing. He's like, yeah, I think I'm going to be sore tomorrow. And I was like, you should really hit the magnesium and stuff. I mean, his fitness has always been really good, but just to be that person to just wake up in the morning and be like, I'm going to run a marathon today.
But why?
There's nothing else to do.
Like, I would much rather sit with a pack of ciggies on the stoop. That's what I would choose. If I was alone, I'm just going to like light up. I haven't done that in years.
Just sit on the edge of the track, just cheering everyone on having durries. Honestly, someone called them the other day, I think it might have even been my husband, lung mungers.
Your husband has the best sayings for
That's
things.
awful expression. But yes, anyway, I probably would be on the side of the road smoking ciggies too. Yes, we've got listeners over there, Kate and my brother and everyone on the phone.
Okay, well, I apologise on behalf of you.
For the Kiwi comment?
Yeah,
Oh,
let's
they
not,
wouldn't care.
like, we are not big enough to be alienating any sort of countries.
You know what they don't have over there? Snakes and spiders. No snakes, no spiders,
So,
no crocs,
shit ton of mosquitoes then.
nothing.
Really?
Honestly, Mum and Dad
And
took
good wine.
and good wine.
We should move there.
Let's move.
Yeah.
Mum took Hamish out for a bushwalk and she's like, the best thing about it is knowing nothing can kill you there.
Well, you could fall off a cliff, Lee, or out of a plane.
Or be murdered. But yeah, she just was like, nothing's going to kill us. Yeah, it's a beautiful country. We should go over there.
For Mum's 50th, we did Waheki.
North Island, South Island?
I don't know. Waheki, it's an island off of Auckland.
Nice.
I'm pretty sure. But it's just so stunning. We stay in the most stunning places and I've still got wine from there. And it's very good. We should definitely do that once I have a job.
Nice.
Yeah. Another funny thing about this week is I spent Thursday kind of getting Noah ready for school.
What does that mean?
So he's all of a sudden fucking massive. So nothing fits him. His shoes, I'm concerned about the shoes always now. We only bought like new uniforms, new shoes like 6 months ago. And now everything's ballooning like he's, like
too
Michelin.
tight, yeah.
Like he's not chubby or anything. He's just big and his feet have gotten big. So I had to go
Yeah.
get him new school shoes, some new shirts because they're coming in back to the winter uniform. So Thursday I was like, hey, well, the uniform shop's open. We're going to go and do that. He's getting shitty because he wants to do something fun. We arrive at the uniform shop for the half an hour that it was closed for lunch. So I said, oh, why don't we go and get some lunch? Do you want to go get sushi train? He's like, yeah, sushi train. I said, or we could go to the creperie. He went, ooh, because he loves the creperie. He said, why don't we go to sushi train and then the creperie for second lunch, dessert lunch? I went, mate, I don't have a job. You can have one lunch. We can do one lunch, not two lunches, one lunch.
Yeah.
And so I take him to get shoes at the Foot Locker, which is actually, I discovered, the athlete's foot.
Oh.
Because that's where Mum and Dad took him last time and they had his shoes and they measure you up and everything. And you've seen the state of my shoes, my walking shoes. And I thought, I'm going to ask him about walking shoes. I've got a fat, flat foot. Like, what's good for me for walking and everything? So she's like, well, you could try these. And she measured me up and, they were expensive. They're like Hoka. But I was like, it's fine because the last time I bought those runners was, I think, before I had Noah. So like,
You're going to get, it's good dollar
it's going to
value.
get, it's gonna, like girl math sort of thing. And Noah then proceeded to tell me, no, Mum, you can't spend money. You don't have a job.
Oh, in front of the people?
Oh, no, but he told the attendants as well. And then he told everyone else, like in restaurants and things. So he spent like that day going, no, Mum, you can't buy, why are you buying things?
He was job shaming you.
I said, no, you need pants that aren't going up your ass crack like a G-banger. Like you need some actual, everything's too small on you. You've ballooned. He's like, but no, you don't have any money, Mum. You don't have a job.
Oh.
He's shamed me throughout all of town.
And you were like, quick, I'll take you to the creperie just so you know that everything's
Yeah, I'm at the creperie and he's like, can I have an apple juice? I'm like, not at $8, you can't. It's like, no. He doesn't have a job. So that was really most of my week. I did want to touch on
I think it's Hoka.
Hoka.
I think it's Hoka.
Okay, like 5 minutes late. Like, hello.
I know, I was just thinking about it. Hoka.
Oh, the other thing is Mabel had her first ever haircut. I sent you photos.
know. She looked really grown up.
She looks like she's 12.
How long did this straighten last?
Oh, she came out of the shower fully wet. Like the hairdresser was halfway through straightening her hair and she's like, I'm done now. I'm ready to go. And we're like, nah, you gotta sit there.
Oh.
And I've got a little lock of her blonde up there. But she only gave me a tiny lock. And I was like, I'm all...
You can't have the whole swept pile.
So I'm going to hide it from James because he'll throw them away with all Noah's teeth.
Yeah.
I had a little mini hyperfix I want to talk about.
Okay.
Before we get into the main hyperfixes. It's just this petrol panic right now that's happening. And the sort of weird timing of the Geelong oil refinery burning down. You had Australia's biggest oil refinery catching fire in Geelong this past week. I don't know if you heard about this.
But that's suspicious.
Do you think it's suspicious?
100%.
It happened at the exact moment global supply is already disrupted with the Iran war. So we've got a refinery fire, an active war affecting oil routes, and a government fuel excise, and an emergency diesel import from Brunei and South Korea. We're borrowing fuel from Brunei now. Do you know where Brunei is?
Do you mean Brunei?
Brunei.
Brunei.
Brunei. How do you
Yeah.
say it?
You were like, Brunei?
I know, like, as I'm going like Brunei. Like,
Well,
I don't
Brunei-
think any Australians knew where Brunei was until this week.
Well, Pat's family lived in Brunei.
Of course they did.
Yeah. And he talks about Brunei all the time. And I listened to one of the best true crime stories
Okay.
based out of Brunei.
That's all you're going to give me?
No, but it'd
A
be,
little tit nibble?
honestly, you would love it.
I would.
Let's just go driving in the car so we can listen to it again. It's very, very, very good.
I would.
It's Aussie.
We can drive to New Zealand. No, we can play it while we drive around Wineland.
You see? Imagine I was on a boat car. Oh.
A boat car?
I mean a car boat. No, what is
A ferry?
it? You gotta drive on.
A submarine?
No. No submarines. I'm not doing any of that. That's just kayak. Brunei is a very, very Muslim, strict, small country.
I would think the majority of Australia would have probably not even heard of it before this week. By the way, why do we only have 2 oil refineries in Australia?
We used to have more because we were using offshore providers. They started closing them down. But what I think is going to happen is I think they're going to start to reopen them. The oil's still there. We're just not accessing it. So I think now that sort of started some sort of internal conflict. And I think someone's burnt this refinery down.
You actually think that?
Yeah, of course.
You heard it here first on Grab Her by the Mic.
Yeah, of course. Because the same thing happened when we were in Byron. The electric bike shop just got burnt down. Like it just got burnt down. The e-bike shop in Byron Bay, I think the day we were leaving.
Are they all lithium batteries?
I don't know what they are. It's their mode of transport. Anyway, I did put into my chat GPT, is there a conspiracy around the oil? So now my algorithm is...
What did chat say?
Of course. You go, girl.
Girl,
Look at
you're
you.
so smart.
Honestly, I could ask it anything and it's like, you're such a vibe. You were right on the money there.
But that's why I had to switch to Claude because I was getting way too confident with myself.
Yeah.
Because it was such a hype girl.
And then I was like talking to someone about it and I sounded so informed, yet none of it had come from any investigation other than me asking ChatGPT, give me a 5-sentence summary on the oil crisis. 5 sentences. Then I said, tell me all the conspiracy theories out there. 5 sentences. I can't do more than 5 sentences.
No, because I get bored.
Yeah.
There's that whole chaos of watching your petrol prices spike while the government's just giving you a pamphlet about carpooling and you're still like over here scrubbing skitties out of undies and packing school lunches. Like you just got to get on with your life. Where this all of a sudden now being an adult means that you need to be across geopolitics just to survive the day-to-day chaos of motherhood.
I watched a clip on Instagram and I don't know who said it. He was a professor or someone who had some credibility. And he's like, I can't wait for us to run out of petrol and oil and fuel. It would be the best thing for our world.
Yeah.
And I
Well,
was
it's
like
when COVID happened and things started regenerating around the earth because people just weren't traveling.
yeah.
They weren't using as much resources because everyone was at home.
Yeah.
I'm surprised there hasn't been a mandate yet for people to work remotely where they can. It's a suggestion.
Yeah, but they won't mandate it until I feel like they think maybe it's probably a little bit too late. I think that there's a real fear that it's going to get worse, but I think the majority think it'll be fine.
From what I've listened to from news podcasts is it'll be fine.
Yeah. But I don't know if it will.
I'm getting plenty of hits on my car.
Are you?
Yeah.
Of course you are.
Shall we get into our hyperfix?
Yes.
Believe me, I know obsession, I invented it, but these two next level, it's the hyperfix.
It's time for the hyperfix, where we each bring an obsession we absolutely should have moved on from by now. Who wants to go first?
You can.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay, my hyperfix this week is something I found quite interesting. So, according to Pinterest, the phrase slow motherhood is up 310% this year in 2026.
Up in what way?
It's up, people are searching for it.
Right.
310% more than previous years.
Mm-hmm.
Pinterest says that slow motherhood is the number one parenting trend of 2026.
Yeah, of course.
And Beyond Blue found that 1 in 2 Australians are burnt out from unpaid work, and the number one reason is parenting. So these two facts existing at the same time is like we're so exhausted that we're Googling our way into stillness.
What blows my mind is that we're going and leaning into Pinterest for this support to become the slow mother.
Because I think what we're seeing a lot of is checklists for a slow mother morning routine on Pinterest. So you've got that graphic style.
Did you see what Martha Stewart just brought out?
No.
A book that tells you what to do in your house, when to do it, and what day, and how long you should be doing on it, like a daily plan or a 30-day or a monthly.
And how much rolling joints and smoking weed, because she's a big Snoop Dogg friend.
Besties. But
I love her.
I'm like, how come Martha Stewart is calling the shots? Like, how does she know how many windows we have? The third week of the first month, you clean the windows.
But sometimes people just want to be told.
Oh, honestly.
What are you about to say?
No, like.
Spit it out. I just want to be told. I'm like, I say to Claude, I'm like, I'm so busy. Just tell me how much I should spend on each obsession each day.
But that's weird that you lean in. Like, I find it bizarre.
I just think
Not for any other reason.
Like, my brain has been burnt out, so I just don't want to think about it. I'm like, just tell me what to do. I don't want to research it. I don't need to spend that time researching it anymore.
Yeah, I get that. But, like, just normal life duties? Why are we asking?
Because we're so reliant on AI now.
Probably, yeah.
To be honest, you've seen those TikTok meme things of the guy walks into the store and the attendant goes, "Good morning. How are you today?" And he goes, "ChatGPT, the store attendant just asked me good morning. What do I say back?" And he says it back, and the store attendant goes, "He just said this. What do I say back?" And I'm like, yeah, that's me. And people are using it for like responding to dating apps and everything.
That's bizarre.
I would always use it to assist with me not sounding like a bitch in work emails. Like, make me sound less irate in this. Because as a woman, that's what I had to do.
I mean, I do use AI,
Mm.
but I also think maybe we're looking at these platforms for these answers because we're getting shown these people's lives through a false lens. So, like, we must follow all these mothers who have this slow mothering life.
Mm.
So, therefore, we want that. So, we know that it appears on
obviously
Pinterest.
they're doing it, so how
Yeah.
do we do it? That sounds good. That's what we should be doing. That's what makes me a good mum. What is slow motherhood, though?
I think it's just being present in the moment and taking time.
Look
And
at that. You don't even need AI to tell you.
no,
AI is making everyone stupid.
I know.
It's like when the internet happened and no one had to go to a library or look up an encyclopedia.
Can I tell you what happened to me the other night before we left for Byron? My mum and dad planned a whole part of their Europe trip in 2 separate rooms using ChatGPT and yelling at each other.
Why were they in 2 separate rooms?
That's the first problem. Dad was in the lounge room and my mum was in the bedroom, and they yelled at each other across the hall. Not a huge distance, but substantial
There's
enough.
like 2 walls in between.
No reason to just not get up and have a conversation in the
Or
same
sit
room.
next to each other and look at things together.
So they planned this whole thing and they were like, okay, well, let's look at the... Tim, I found an Airbnb. ChatGPT said that it's best to book on booking.com. My dad's like, what? I can't hear you. And I was like, this is like ridiculous. Anyway, Patty and I got the giggles. Might be an old person thing.
My parents, on the other hand, would rather sit in each other's laps 24/7.
Aw.
Creates really unhealthy expectations for your partner.
My dad said to me the other day, your mother is still my best friend and my greatest love. I was like, I'm just hanging in there. No, not
Honestly.
really.
Honestly, I think I said to James today, I said, let's just be roommates.
Oh.
Okay, so slow motherhood is a collective exhale after years of hustle culture parenting.
Mm-hmm.
Less scheduling, more presence, less optimized routine, more unstructured mess. The philosophy is presence over productivity,
Mhm.
like you said. Quality time over quantity. Stop buying things and start making eye contact. In line with this, there's a 340% increase in Pinterest search for no phone summer, which is like a similar thing. Everyone's going analog. Have you seen this?
No.
I heard about it on Mummy Out Loud, but I'd also heard about it when I was looking into this hyperfix is people are leaning into analog no phone times where they'll leave the house with a little bag, but the bag doesn't have their phone in it. It just has like their keys, their wallet, a colouring book, nothing digital.
Wow. That's epic.
I actually forgot my phone one afternoon, went to a barbecue with James's gym friends, forgot my phone.
How liberating.
Yeah. So I think that it's almost a reaction for Australians to the social media ban in December. You know, the kids now are offline and off devices a little bit more, so therefore the parents are reacting to that, and that's what social media and influencers are leaning into.
The other day, I was like, I think I want to go down to Big W. I want to go and get an old 3210 Nokia and have no internet, but it just calls and texts.
But then you would definitely do nothing for the bunker.
Even more. But no, like I just like that idea. Like on
Yeah.
holidays, switching my SIM cards over and just having that.
Your SIM card wouldn't fit into a 3210.
Possibly not.
It wouldn't.
Perfect.
I've got so many old brick phones in there. You can have one. I want a sidekick.
Like a little
The sidekicks.
Oh, do you?
Like little Blackberries.
Oh, the flip phone. Cute.
Yeah, so that is what slow motherhood is on Pinterest, which sounds beautiful until you've got 47 minutes between school pickup and swimming lessons that you've got to hustle and get the kids going and get them entertained.
47 minutes. Oh my God, I love that idea.
Some things I thought about this when I was looking at it, of going, okay, so what are we actually looking at here? And I think what you're not seeing on Pinterest is there's a privilege problem that no one's talking about out loud. So it's aspirational content built for mothers who can afford to do that, who aren't working 2 jobs just to survive in this economy, where they can sit down and spend school holidays making eye contact with their kids and wishing they weren't like me.
Is it that bad?
No, it wasn't that bad. No, it just does not stop talking. He does not stop.
You're like, shut up.
He doesn't stop. He's like, I'm a really good listener. I'm like, no, you're not. You're an epic talker. He's like, yeah. And he looks like a shark because he's got like different rows of teeth. Yeah. So I think it's a privileged thing to be able to do that, especially when you're looking at this economy. The cost of petrol, I think that's burning everyone out as well. And not everyone has the time to be able to afford to be present.
No.
So it's again another mum guilt thing.
It's presumptuous that everyone gets the ability to slow down and be present in their mothering.
Yeah, so it's
Not
just one more
everyone
thing
has-
for us to feel guilty about for
Yeah,
the
no.
majority of people who can't do that.
Yeah. And there'd be a lot of people who are slow mothering that want to get out of it too.
Yeah.
Because they're lost in themselves. That's a lot of time spent giving yourself over and not being on your own ever, or not having the ability to walk out of a room and go and get some lunch. To be so present all the time for other little people, that would be
It's another
awful.
expectation on mothers, right?
Like it's the push and pull. Are we supposed to be there all the time? We're not supposed to be there all the time. Do
Yeah,
we love it? Not
Either
really.
way,
Do we-
you're going to be damaging yourself or the kids or both
Yeah.
simultaneously.
Yeah, I just think it's, if you can balance it, then you're really lucky. But if you can't, then it's unfortunate. I think there's something really nice about in any moment you can have with your kids to just slow that moment down.
It's almost a bit of a gentle parenting hangover is what I was thinking when I was reading this. It's like it's the kind of the next trend. So like gentle parenting was meant to save us all. It's the opposite of what our parents did. And then I was reading, and there was a peer review study that found that 1 in 3 parents who self-identified as a gentle parent say that they're burnt out. Because I think
Yeah.
there's so much mental strain that you're doing to remember to not react yourself to how your child is
Yeah.
behaving, or go, yes, I'm busy, but then let me slow down now and give everything that I need to give. So I think that's also going to lead into burnout in your mothering as well. So slow motherhood is like gentle parenting's older, slightly more relaxed sister. Different font, but the same underlying pressure to be the ideal mother. And again, I'm going, okay, so this is just more and more guilt added onto mothers.
But I just, that whole idea that there's a perfect mother, the whole idea that what is perfect and we can't be perfect mothers.
Yeah, but people are seeing the portrayal of it in social media, are going,
Yeah.
this is like, it's the same trad wife thing. Look at what I can give
Yeah.
to everyone else.
Yeah.
Then who are you?
Yeah. You know what? You're a shell of a human.
What it looks like in practice, slow motherhood, Pinterest version. So morning routine. So people are doing morning skincare rituals with the children. This is what I'm seeing on Pinterest. Gentle bathing ceremonies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hair brushing while whispering blessings. And that is a real thing. That is a real thing on Pinterest.
Mm-hmm.
Cacao ceremonies and birth altars. These are all in that slow mothering core. Whereas you've got the realistic version, and I wrote some like parallel realistic versions here. Co-watching Bluey in silence and calling it co-regulation.
Right? Not bad.
Sitting on the floor while your kid plays nearby and doing nothing more intentional than existing.
Okay.
This is what I think slow mothering should be.
Yeah.
Like, although that's funny, like it's satirical, like that should also count.
Totally.
Because you've also got to slow mother yourself in a way. It's like if that's all you can give to your kid is to sit next to them and just exist for them.
Brilliant.
You're there for them.
Yeah. But you can't be on a screen.
What?
You can't be crocheting.
No. I'm saying like just sitting there and existing.
Like a shell of a human.
Yeah.
I'd be like, I don't know. I remember Mia Friedman once said like she didn't love playing on the floor and sitting and watching her kid.
There are studies out there saying that mothers normally aren't the ones playing with the kids. Dads are more wired to do the playing.
Yeah, because they probably have the more time to sit and do that play.
Yeah, I saw that. So the science is giving us permission to stop spiraling about it.
Right.
Okay, here's what I found when I looked into it. I went past Pinterest and actually looked at peer-reviewed studies, proper ones, like in journals and shit.
Mm-hmm.
All the studies that Claude gave me. But I did look at them. So research shows that the amount of time parents spend with children aged 3 to 11 has almost no measurable relationship to their developmental outcomes.
Interesting.
And I'll put the links in the show notes to these. What actually matters is how emotionally present and regulated you are when you're with them.
Yep.
A stressed, guilty, burnt-out parent doing slow motherhood rituals is measurably worse for kids than a happy, present parent who missed bath time. So kids feed off your energy. I've always said that.
Yeah.
Meaning is the guilt is the problem. This is what I'm saying is it's slow motherhood is just one more way to make us feel guilty about not being the perfect mother. But actually having that guilt is worse developmentally for your kids because they can feel it.
Yeah.
They can feel when your
They
parents not
pick up
present.
on it. Yeah.
Yeah, it should be about less guilt, which leads to better presence, which leads to better outcomes, and science has accidentally endorsed taking a break. And taking a break from your kids if you need it. Because if you're sitting there and going, no, I need to be here, I need to be present, and you're stressed about it, and you just got that frenetic energy coming off you, the kids aren't going to be any better for it, and neither are you.
You actually need to be away from your kids to be a better parent.
100%.
Yeah.
James took the kids to, like, Alex for a bike ride. He's like, oh, are you going to come? I was like, nah, I'm doing a crossword. Bye.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
Okay, so research found that a parent's emotional state during time with their child matters more than the activity itself. Stressed, anxious presence can actually be detrimental to children's outcomes, more so than simply being absent, which means the mum guilt spiral is, clinically speaking, the thing to fix. Not the missed pickup, not the outsourced dinner, not the iPad hour. It's the guilt that needs to go away.
Yeah.
To be more active as a parent and give your children better outcomes.
Move on.
Slow motherhood should be interpreted, in my mind, about letting go of the belief that you're constantly falling short. The research backs that philosophy, but the philosophy doesn't require a cacao ceremony. It requires presence, warmth, and enough self-compassion to stop treating every imperfect moment as evidence of failure. You're allowed to be a regular person who loves their kid. The slow part isn't the pace, it's the permission.
Yeah. That's profound.
Thank you.
I agree with it.
So can we stop putting labels on motherhood?
Yeah.
Stop putting labels on what you should be doing.
Just let us
Do your best.
Do your best.
Do your best. And if that means throwing some French fries at them from across the room because they've been screaming at you all day and you don't want to look at them, do that.
Well, this morning, my kids for breakfast, I was like, here's a yogurt pouch. Here's a kiwi fruit. And they're like, where's the protein, Mum? And I was like, oh my God.
Honestly, just get them a fucking, but they don't need protein with every, like, yeah, sure, probably if you can do it. But if you can't do it, don't worry.
There's a can of tuna in the pantry.
Yeah,
They
that's
both had
good.
a can of tuna, a yogurt, and a kiwi fruit for breakfast.
In the school holidays, I'd let them get up and do their thing. I'd come out and there'd be like, stools everywhere, the bathroom brushing teeth stools everywhere because they'd gotten placemats out and got themselves cereal and there's milk on the floor. Noah's like, Mabel drank the milk out of the carton and it's on the floor in the pantry. I'm like, that's fine. Guy got an extra 15 minutes of sleep. Noah's making Mabel breakfast. I'm like, this is fucking great.
Yeah, until it's not.
Until it's not. That's me. Slow motherhood needs to fuck off.
Yeah.
Unless it's about permission to not be guilty
I
about
just
it.
really enjoy slow mothering. Like,
Yeah.
I think that's
If
maybe
you've got the
better
capacity to do it.
to do it.
But the pressure of slow motherhood is what
I only do
annoys
it
me.
for myself because
Yeah.
I enjoy it.
You do it in all aspects of your life.
Very slow. My hyperfix this week, we have all been seeing the return of Meghan and Harry for a tour.
What would their couple name be?
Mary,
Yeah, I know. I thought that.
Heg,
Yeah, Hegs.
Hegs, Hagen, Harry, Meghan. Hey,
Ken.
I'm gonna go Hegs.
I like Hegs.
Hegsy. So, what do they call them actually? Do they have an?
All I remember is Megxit.
Oh, Megxit. Yeah, no. Well, speaking of Megxit, so this tour has sparked a little bit of controversy for a couple
Okay.
of reasons.
Mm-hmm.
I've been following along because I find it almost a little bit addictive to see the fashion, to see her mannerisms, to see where they're going, what sort of publicity they'll be receiving, what events they're going to. So they went to the rugby, and I thought it was really interesting to watch the body language and I have no care for them outside of this normally, but I'm very, very intrigued because so many people are saying to me, what are they doing here?
Well, I don't really understand. It's like a royal tour, but they're not working royals.
They're not. They've not been here since 2018, and that's when they were working royals. And that was when she came down to Bondi Beach and she had the label on her dress and
She wore the Australian designer.
she was Australian, but it was very much she was in the hot seat in terms of they'd just been married and they'd gone on the tour, and Australia was part of one of the first tours.
Yes.
What I find interesting, so this is privately funded,
Yes.
this trip.
Yeah.
However, there is still cost to the taxpayer.
It's minimal. It's just police protection, but it's not full security.
But how does that look when you decided to step back? When Megxit happened,
But they would argue they didn't decide to step back. They just wanted a different version of a working royal. Because there was commentary, I don't know, I think it was in his book where it was the 2018 tour
yeah,
where he said that Meghan did it so well that it put the other working royals off and it was part of their leaving.
right, yeah, they did get almost the ick from her. She carried herself like Diana. She was
Yeah, there's a lot of parallels.
instantly appealing to the people, and I still think even when I'm watching her now at all these public events, I think she still carries herself beautifully.
Yeah, I mean, she's a very elegant person, but even when she was, just an actress, she's always had good posture and
Yeah.
like almost like a dancer.
The ankles are so
Yeah,
skinny.
you mentioned something about her ankles.
You have to look at them. They're so tiny. Like thumbs. And
She's
she's
not like me and Sabrina Carpenter, like a tree trunk.
fuck. No, not like that. But I think it's really interesting to watch it all unfold. And I think Australia has a bit of a mixed review on what they think the tour is about, because they kind of were coming here, and if you listen to the podcast Her Best Life, we sort of heard that Meghan was coming out and going to appear on that. And then
With Gemma O'Neill, she's doing that retreat. It was like $8,000 a ticket. She's doing that. She's going on MasterChef. So she's
Yep.
been announced as a MasterChef guest judge. He's doing sort of speaking engagements. I mean, I've not looked much into it, but this is just what's in my head. He's doing like mental health speaking engagements. He did some sort of Movember event. He did
Yeah.
the footy club thing with the Wiggles. The Wiggles
Yeah.
definitely outshone them,
Yeah.
apparently, from all accounts, because you got the hot
a lot of
Wiggle.
people are working with him who have connections to Invictus Games as
well,
well.
that's his.
So
But the Invictus Games isn't a royal thing; it's a Harry thing.
it's a Harry thing.
Yeah.
So this is what brings me to the whole translation of this visit. It's very much about them as self-promoting themselves
Yeah.
individually.
Yeah.
So when they came out in 2018, it was the royal and how they stand and how they're present and how they're this new couple, and they're going to do their due diligence by being good royal advocates and do
They were
their
promoting
job.
the royals. Now they're promoting them.
And now they're promoting
Their life
themselves.
in Montecito.
That's it. And the jam. I wonder if she bought any jam with her.
But it's not a jam, remember, it's a spread. It's not marketed as a jam because it's too runny.
Oh. Interesting.
But she does like the flower sprinkles.
Oh yeah, she does like it. She likes a decorative.
I'd be interested to see what's coming next for them, because there's obviously something, I think there's something that's not been announced that they might be doing not with Netflix, because that's over, right?
I think the contracts, I don't think there was ever going to be another season.
Yeah, but they were contracted to do multiple things, not just her.
Yeah, but I think that fell through or something.
Yeah, but there's got to be something else coming other than just flower sprinkles and runny jam
yeah.
to warrant spending the money on a full tour.
Yeah.
Like, yes, he'd get paid for some of the speaking engagements, but the cost that they would have to come here in their personal security, because they would have to bring that as well as whatever the taxpayer is doing.
Yeah.
That's got to warrant whatever's coming next.
Oh yeah, you have to do
So there's
a
got to be
little
some
to get a
announcement
little.
coming, right?
Yeah, you're probably right. Is there some sort of media?
Is there another
Is this
book
yeah? Is there a book, or is this a
about the Megxit?
a
that would,
press tour that we don't really know what we're prepping for or going to receive.
It is exactly like a press tour, but what are they promoting other than just themselves?
Well, this is why everyone's kind of like, what are they doing here? And yes, he's been at those engagements and talking those things, and she's doing all of that sort of bits and bobs. But when they come out as royal family, it's a duty.
It has a purpose. What is the purpose of this?
No, it has a purpose, but we don't know about it yet.
But are they going to other countries on this tour, or is it just Australia?
I think it's Australia, and I think possibly New Zealand.
Same for them.
Same.
Yeah.
There's been a few sort of things come out about sort of specific moments during the press tour. Body language experts have been calling a lot of the body language that they're seeing. And I did see this a little bit today before I sort of did a bit of a deep dive, but Harry seems very pivoted away from her. Normally there's one hand on each other, or she's clasping at him, or there's some sort of level of affection, or that they're touching but still communicating with other people. When they were at the rugby, that you could see he was sort of talking to this guy, and she was kind of like it just felt, for the first time I've seen a little bit of that less physical touch.
Well, they're no longer newlyweds. They're 2 kids deep. Could it just be that?
Possibly. Imagine the scrutiny knowing that 24/7 or for every minute of that rugby game, there's a camera on you. You'd probably love it. But I can't imagine being myself in that moment with my husband.
But if you're used to that and you've grown up with that, like he has.
He has. She hasn't.
Well, she hasn't, but she's been in that spotlight.
And it's not been a nice spotlight for her.
No, but before him, even that, like she'd always pursued that life.
Yes.
Through acting. Not even through acting, through her...
Oh, she had the...
advocacy work.
Yeah, but she also had that website that did really well.
She was also a briefcase girl on Deal or No Deal.
No.
Did you not know that?
No, that's got to be...
I've seen it.
Are you joking?
I am not joking.
That is so funny. Okay, so I wanted to go back to that. So there's a couple of things that I really thought was quite interesting. My mum said to me, I don't know if this trip has been a disaster or a really good thing for them.
I've not heard that much.
I'm just watching footage of body language and things like that.
Because you have time to do that with all your slow mothering.
Yes, mothering. So obviously it gets a lot of high attention when these guys come out to Australia.
Yeah.
We're getting all the mixed reactions, and then the dialogue and the drama that goes with it, constant debate of whether we like her or if we hate her.
But that's always.
It's constant, and I feel for her because I think, just let her come out.
But is that not any woman in the spotlight? Like, look at all the shit that the Artemis pilot got.
Yeah.
And that the new leader of the defense is now a woman, and all the shit that they're getting.
Yeah.
Any woman who is elevated to that level gets shit.
Yeah.
From trolls, from anything. And then, or even not, like just mothers get shit internally for not being a slow mother.
That's right.
Why?
It's interesting. My brother went to a speaking event with Jacinda Ardern in New Zealand on Friday afternoon or Thursday night. Can't remember. And he was in Dunedin, and he said Jacinda is now moving to Australia.
Yeah, I heard that.
Because she cannot live safely and comfortably in New Zealand.
Because
she's a woman. And there's people that are after her because she, in this speaking event, voiced her concerns about she had 2 jobs that she really wanted to focus on when she was in leadership. And that was during COVID was keeping people connected and during COVID keeping people alive. And she said she failed and failed miserably at both. Well, she felt as a self-reflection, she didn't do very well. And the people just hate on her.
Yeah.
And she's like, how can I live in my own country when I feel like this? So she spoke at the event and she said, I'm actually going to Australia. I've bought a house in the Northern Beaches and I can live there and sort of be at peace with my family and kids. And I think that's wild to think that poor woman, they wouldn't do that to any like man. But they'll do it to a woman.
But they wouldn't ask about if there was anyone else more qualified to any other astronaut. Or to any, you know what I mean? Like that was the commentary online about the new head of the Defence Force. Is there not someone else more qualified? Is this not just a diversity hire? Does she have any combat experience? Like, well, the last 3 heads of the Defence Force had no combat experience that were men. But no one asked those questions then.
No, and she hasn't even been given a minute in the role before the scrutiny begins.
No.
And how do you perform?
Oh, but like even women going, like God help us when menopause hits.
Yeah. Oh, terrible. I'm just looking at this royal tour thinking kind of flatlined, kind of didn't do much, but let's hope for them that this is not a private expense that doesn't benefit them.
All press is good press.
Yeah.
Any woman with confidence in the public eye is going to get shot down.
Yeah.
Can't wait for us to get trolled. Then we've definitely made it.
You know you should be.
You know that you've made it when you've got haters.
We should,
Hate me.
oh my God.
I don't want people who love me. I want people who hate me. That means that I've made it.
We should start trolling our own posts to see if that affects the algorithm.
That's a great idea. Let's do an experiment.
Let's
I want to show
see.
you this.
Oh no, that's AI.
It's not AI.
Oh.
It's a legit thing. That's where she got her start on camera. Same with Chrissy Teigen.
No.
Yeah. She was always number 24. I know. I've watched episodes with her
Just to see what she was
just to
like.
see it. Yeah. Dylan O'Deal got a good boost when she became princess.
Yeah.
Or duchess or whatever the fuck she is.
Yeah, what is her title? Duchess.
Well, she doesn't have a title. She
She's
still goes by Duchess, I think.
yeah.
I mean, I would.
Duke and Duchess
I
of
go by Duchess.
What are they Duke and Duchess of?
Nothing.
Or what were
Cambridge.
they? Cambridge.
Cambridge? No, that's the other one. No, Wales are the other ones.
Wales, yeah. Anyway, I've got my toe shoes on. For anyone
Yeah.
following along. Can put a crystal in there for you, Danny.
Yeah, here you go. Slide that in. Mabel's taken a bunch of crystals from here.
There you go, Danny. Crystal.
That
in
is
my
actually disgusting.
What do you mean?
Where are
Imagine
you?
smoking
Where are
ciggies.
your? Where are your flesh-colored parachute pants? By the way.
Oh, they're definitely not flesh. They're pink, baby pink. They're gorgeous.
Oh, for you, they're not flesh because you got so much fake tan on.
They're not. No. They're actually pink, like a baby pink.
Mm-hmm.
They're quite cute, actually. I put them on tonight. I was going to wear them, but then I decided.
No, I don't want to look like a balloon.
I just thought, oh, she's going to have a go at me about being 3 foot tall and wearing a parachute on my bottom half.
I have to show you this. Hold on. These loafers.
I can just imagine a ciggy packet. We've really been talking about ciggies a lot.
Oh, are you done?
I think I'm done.
No, is there anything else?
No, I think that's it. Skinny ankles.
She's just fine-boned. I'm not a Meghan lover. I just, she's
not a
elegant
lover.
because she's thin and she's got good posture.
Does she? How do you know?
Because I've seen a photo of her.
The way she gets out of the car, though. Oh, she wore this brown mini dress, and I thought, that's what I want to wear to our opening, our launch night.
What, the one you were supposed to plan like 6 months ago?
Yeah, but now we've got 170 followers. I feel like we can legitimately get people on board now.
Well, you know what? Job for you. I'm busy doing everything else.
I think I can do that.
Should we get into the side quest then?
SideQuest. I didn't plan it. Hopefully you did.
These ladies cannot stay on topic for 5 seconds. This is the SideQuest.
It's time for the side quest, a less serious part of the podcast where one of us, usually me, brings a game, and by now the rosé has hit, so the chaos is inevitable. The game I have planned today is called Slow or Feral.
Okay.
So I have been deep in slow motherhood content this week, as you know, deep. And I've realised I genuinely don't know if I'm a slow mother or a feral one. So we're going to find out together right now.
Okay.
I read out a parenting scenario. We each say at the same time whether we deem it as slow motherhood or feral. No discussion, just gut reaction. And then we can argue about it
Okay.
if we need to.
Okay.
I've actually had Claude draft them for me. I've not read them so that we can react together.
Okay.
Both of us have 5 seconds to declare slow, aka it's intentional, mindful, and present, or feral. It's survival mode, technically fine, barely holding it together. No deliberating, just gut reaction. Then we each have to defend our call briefly but chaotically.
Okay.
We have to look at each other and say it at the same time.
Okay. So 3, 2, 1, and then we go slow or feral.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll read it. You can do the countdown.
Okay.
Okay. You can participate. Round 1. Your kid hasn't had a bath for 4 days, but you've had 3 genuinely meaningful conversations about their feelings that week.
3, 2, 1.
Slow.
Cool.
Yeah, that's fine for me. Having the conversation with your kid where you're actually paying attention and listening to what they're saying is way more important than them being clean.
Not in my mother's books.
Well,
Hamish came back to me smelling like potpourri.
potpourri.
Potpourri?
Potpourri. What is potpourri?
Stuff you get in bar by.
Nimban.
Lemon. Do you remember we had ice cream at the cone shop?
You know, all those terrible dresses. Remember the 2 dresses? One in like electric purple blue, one in black. and just like the worst shape.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought they looked great on you. I think we'd had some like hemp oil or something.
No, you were like, I need to go and buy this hemp oil. And I was like, whatever benefit this is going to give me, I cannot get past the taste. Cannot
it's
get past the
fine.
taste. I'm a real like tasty fiend.
Yeah.
Okay, so slow. Yeah, we agree.
Yep. Next one.
Round 2. You planned a phone-free Saturday morning. It lasted 40 minutes before you put Bluey on so you could have a coffee in silence and stare at a wall.
3, 2, 1.
Slow.
Feral. Oh!
Why is it feral?
Because you gave up too quickly. It's the morning. Like, don't be such a feral. Like, turn the TV off.
Okay. I say slow because, again, less expectations on you. If you tried and you failed, sometimes you just have to
Fail. Okay.
and learn what to do next time.
How to better yourself.
Just what to do next time where you yourself can cope with having that.
Okay. I agree. Somewhat.
Round 3. You were extremely emotionally present at a school drop-off this morning. You have not responded to the school's email from 9 days ago.
3, 2, 1. Slow.
Slow. Yeah, I was going to say slow. So slow.
So slow.
Slow.
Sorry,
today. Slow. I had a stroke. Slow. Yeah, I am not the one to respond to school emails at all. My husband normally, it'll go for 4 days and then he'll respond and then I'll look bad.
Yeah, no, I'm not good on any of that.
But I don't really have any emotionally present drop-offs. It's normally as soon as I
Tuck and roll.
Yeah, as soon as Noah could put his massive school bag and walk independently with that massive school bag that was bigger than him, we were at the turning circle kicking him out.
Yeah, of course.
I'm just going to say this, a PSA to all the mums. You're not supposed to get out of the fucking car at turning circle. You just delay everyone else. If your kid cannot get out of the car by themselves, you need to park and walk in. Read the school newsletter.
Oh, because you read it, 3 years later and decided.
No, but I know that.
Hang on, I have a
I
question
was
for
if
you.
your kid cannot get out of the car,
No,
if you
stop.
have to get out of the
You
car,
had an incident once. Did you or did you not at this point in time exit the driving seat when you put your hand through Noah's bag and lost a fingernail?
I did not get out of the car. I was like, that fingernail's gone.
So
he went with him.
Just like a random little fingernail.
No, I put the car in park and I unstrapped my seatbelt so I can heft the bag onto his back and get out. Because I'm not going to be, I know you're not supposed to get out of the car at turning circle. And you see all these people, it's like if they need to carry their oboe in or whatever the fuck it is, park. Don't hold up everyone else's morning because your kid's incapable of being a kid.
Wow.
Round 4.
Wow. Savage. I tell you what's feral, you.
Yeah, fucking welcome back. Okay, round 4. You bought the matching linen play clothes from the Slow Motherhood account. Your child wore them for 20 minutes, then went back to the crusty Bluey t-shirt they've worn for 4 days running.
Oh my God, this is such a me. Okay. This is so me. Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Slow.
I love that sort of shit. I live for it. Yeah.
Yeah, just put the clothes on for good occasions. And then once you wear them once, normally they're fucked. I can't get stains out.
Yeah, no. I went through their wardrobe today and I think I filled 9 bags.
Again, 9 bags.
Just like little Woolworths ones.
baggies.
Little baggies of stuff that was completely like I could not regift it. I gave you stuff of Maggie's to Mabel that's cute and still within
Which Mabel loves them.
wearable condition. This stuff was like, honestly, you wouldn't use them as rags.
Yeah.
Or you could use them
like,
as rags.
I was looking at Noah's old school uniforms and going, could I keep these for Mabel? Like, because some of the times the girls and the boys have some things that cross over. It's like covered in paint. Like he's cut a pocket off. Like I'm like, yeah, I could keep them.
No, get rid of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, last round 5. You signed up for an online slow motherhood retreat. You watched it while folding laundry and caught about 20 minutes before falling asleep.
I love this. 3, 2, 1.
Slow.
Feral. I love it.
Again, I'm
It's
just like,
I'm not doing it.
you do you, boo.
I'm not doing
I'm
it.
going, if you try, you know what? You tried. All
the
of mine are like,
intention was there.
you tried, the intention was there. You try to do slow motherhood, don't feel guilty about it. My whole thing is like, we need to stop feeling guilty about being shit mums.
I don't feel guilty.
Okay, bonus chaos twist
Okay.
to the game. Whoever called feral the most times has to defend one of their feral moments as actually being slow motherhood in a single sentence. No pausing, no rewording, one sentence, first attempt, stick with it. That's you. You called feral for phone-free Saturdays lasting only 40 minutes, arguing that You didn't even try? Fucking judging. And you also called feral for failing at watching the slow motherhood retreat. Which one would you like to defend in one sentence? You need to defend it and say it slow.
Okay, I'm going to go the folding of the washing while watching the webinar.
Go.
The reason I think it is slow is because the exhaustion was so epic that you got the washing done. Like, that's a bonus. That then you were sitting on the lounge and you were like, and
There you
that's
go.
just slow mothering.
And that's how everyone needs to think about it.
Yeah.
Every time you're trying to do something, you did your best.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay, so the research says that guilt is worse for your kids than missing bath time. So based on this game, we're both doing amazing.
Yeah.
Should we get into the weekly manifest?
Let's do it.
Weekly manifest. Great. They're doing motivational speeches yet again.
It's time for our weekly manifest, where we confidently ask the universe for things we probably should have planned for. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
This week, we manifest the revolutionary act of sitting still. The kind of quality time that doesn't require a cacao ceremony or a linen aesthetic. Just eye contact, one full breath, and permission to let the guilt go. Being slow enough to notice the good stuff and feral enough to survive the rest. We manifest arriving somewhere looking like Meghan Markle, even if that somewhere is school drop-off in yesterday's activewear. And we absolutely, non-negotiably manifest fuel under $2 a litre because spiritual presence doesn't fill the tank.
Yep.
That's us for this week. Thank you for being here. If you loved this episode, follow the show so you never miss us. And if you feel so inclined, leave a review because it helps more slightly feral women find us, and that is a public service. We are on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube, wherever you listen. Follow, subscribe, and do the thing. And make sure you stay tuned after the outro for the Chaos Correctional this week, where we clean up the confident nonsense we said on air with just enough research to be dangerous.
Thanks everyone for listening. And this was Rebel by the Mic, and we will
See you next Tuesday.
I like the time, the time.
Chaos Correctional. We have a situation, a very serious situation. They were wrong. Again.
Welcome back to Chaos Correctional, the segment where we bravely confront the confident nonsense we delivered on air last week, armed with nothing but Wikipedia, rising anxiety, and a glass of something I probably shouldn't be drinking on a Monday. Buckle in. It's a big one this week. We were wrong, often, and with our whole chest. First up, where the heck is Waheki? Waheki Island is 35 minutes by ferry from downtown Auckland. So it's basically the rottenest of New Zealand, but with wineries instead of quokkas. Next, how to pronounce the brand name of my new runners. It's Hoka, not Hoka. Hoka. Plot twist, the name is actually Maori. It's short for Hoka o Nene, which means to fly over the earth, which is ironic because I wear mine to walk to the fridge. Now on to oil refineries, because of course that fits with our brand. Australia had 8 refineries, 6 closed between 2003 and 2021. The reason? We basically got absolutely smoked by Asian mega refineries. Bigger, newer, cheaper. Australian refineries couldn't compete on margin, and the government had to underwrite the last 2 to keep them open for fuel security. Very reassuring given what happened next. Now, Philippa was pretty confident about her theory on the recent Geelong oil refinery fire, but authorities have said the fire is not being treated as suspicious. Fire Rescue Victoria says it was an equipment failure, a leak of hydrocarbons that caught fire. Is the internet theorising anyway? Of course. Is there any actual evidence of arson? 0. Will Philippa keep being suspicious? Absolutely. But legally, it was equipment failure. Okay, this next one I was surprisingly right about, and I do want some credit. That COVID regeneration thing is real, and it had a name. It's called anthropause. Global CO2 emissions dropped by about 17% at peak lockdown. Nitrogen dioxide levels fell by 45% in Madrid, Milan and Rome, 54% in Paris, and air pollution halved in New York. Dolphins didn't actually return to Venice, that one was a hoax, but the planet did take a breather while we all stayed at home in our activewear eating banana bread. So you're welcome, Earth. I've put a link in the show notes to this if anyone wants to take a look. Another sciencey thing I was right about, dads are better at play. I wasn't being sexist on air, there's actual research. It's called rough and tumble play. Fathers do significantly more of it than mothers, and studies from the University of Cambridge and the University of Newcastle show it's linked to better self-regulation in kids, better working memory, lower hyperactivity and, get this, fewer injuries. because kids learn their own limits. So the next time your husband is body slamming your child into a beanbag, remember, that's neurological development. Also, mums can do it, we just haven't been studied yet, which tracks and is its own feminist rant for another day. Okay, on to Harry and Meghan. We know their recent jaunt to Australia wasn't for a royal tour. We were still confused on Mike as to what the hell they were doing here anyway. Their office officially called it a private business and philanthropic trip. But they still did wreath laying at the War Memorial, visited the Royal Children's Hospital and hung out with Invictus athletes, so draw your own conclusions. The big announcement I suspected was coming was that the Invictus Australia Sports Festival is launching in Perth in October 2026. So that was the official reason. Unofficially, maybe a jam retreat? Now about that retreat. I mentioned ticket pricing, but to confirm how much they actually were. Standard tickets were $2,699 Australian, and VIP tickets, which got you an ocean view room, a gift bag, and a group photo with Meghan, was $3,199 Australian dollars for 2 nights. And apparently Meghan herself was only there for about 2 hours, so that's roughly $1,600 an hour to breathe the same air as the Duchess. Capitalism is thriving. And as I suspected, the jam is not jam, legally. So I was right about this, and this is just me again validating myself, but Meghan's raspberry product is called spread, not jam. This is because of FDA sugar content rules. But a jam industry expert quoted in the press said, and I quote, "In the jam industry, a spread is what we call something that didn't work. So it's a failed jam, a jam that didn't make it, a jam in recovery. And it still sold nearly 1 million jars, so honestly good for her. Maybe I need to start cooking." Also, her flour sprinkles. They're literally just dried rose, calendula, blue corn flour, and hibiscus petals. $15 a jar. She puts them on everything. Donuts, avocado toast, a frittata for Mindy Kaling, maybe even on Mindy Kaling herself. Now on to the Netflix deal. It's complicated. Netflix did not renew their original $100 million overall deal. They downgraded it to a first look arrangement, which is basically the Netflix equivalent of "it's not you, it's me." They've also ended their investment in As Ever, and there's no third season of With Love Meghan. Netflix reportedly paid them around $60 million and in return got the Harry and Meghan docuseries, Polo and Heart of Invictus. Make of that what you will. To confirm, Harry and Meghan are the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, not Cambridge or anywhere else that I might have said on mic. Meghan also technically has 2 bonus titles, Countess of Dumbarton and Baroness of Kilkeel, which nobody uses because they sound like pub names. They kept the Sussex titles after stepping back in 2020, but don't use HRH publicly. So Duchess of Sussex forever and always, for better or for jam. And finally, Harry and Megs didn't go to New Zealand on this trip. Australia only. Sydney, Canberra, Melbourne. That's it. Now on to a famous New Zealander, Jacinta Ardern. She did confirm in late February 2026 that she, her husband and their daughter have relocated to Australia. They were house hunting in Sydney's northern beaches, as Filzy said, specifically Curl Curl and Freshwater. She said the move is for the moment and it's for work. Nothing publicly online about it being for the safety of her and her family, although security threats against her are well documented. She is reportedly going to need more ongoing protection than any former New Zealand PM in history. Okay, I kept talking about Australia's new head of defence or something along those lines. I was talking about Susan Coyle. She's actually the new Chief of Army, which is a different job. The Chief of Defence Force is Vice Admiral Mark Hammond, a career submariner who also takes over in July 2026. 2 separate appointments, I conflated them, my bad. I implied on mic that people were criticising her for having no combat experience. But here's the thing. She absolutely does. She's a Royal Australian Corps of Signals officer, 39 years in, and has deployed on operations in East Timor in 2002, the Solomon Islands and Afghanistan. In 2014, she was Deputy Commander in Joint Task Force 633 in the Middle East, and in 2020, she became the first female 2-star officer to deploy on operations commanding Australian military forces. So yes, she's signals, not infantry. She hasn't personally stormed a bunker like Peter Cosgrove in Vietnam, but she's been in active theatres and she's commanded Australians in them. That is combat experience. And yes, she is the first woman to lead a branch of the Australian Defence Force in its 125-year history. Every single previous Chief of Army has been a man. So for the Aussie government, feminism is making strides, but unfortunately not for those trolls online. The most important correction of all to finish up. It's pronounced potpourri. But, to give Philippa credit, it is spelt potpourri. The T is just silent. It's a French thing. I'm not sure how we got there, but we did, so there you go. And that's it for Chaos Correctional this week. 16 whole corrections, which is a personal best or worst, however you take it. If you caught us being confidently incorrect about something we missed, DM us, email us, leave it in a voice memo like a maniac. We promise to either fix it, double down, or pretend we never said it in the first place. See you next Tuesday.